Just leave me to do my dark bidding on the internet.
It's called Two Brothers. Two Brothers. It's just called Two Brothers.
Now we're recording. So now this is the start of the podcast. And welcome
to another
episode. Welcome to another episode of Two Brothers.
Don't say your name. Everybody knows their name, okay? You're going to start with that, huh?
Damn, yeah. But all right, you already know who it is.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's Two Brothers. Episode whatever. And
that was 2015.
the fuck are you talking about? 20. Why did you start at 20? We're not in.
Oh, I got it confused with Dudesy. My bad.
Oh yeah. Yeah. For those who are listening, this is gonna say like episode 40 something. On Spotify and iTunes, which you can follow us there now.
That's
and
cool.
Anywhere you get your podcasts, you can listen to us there, not just on YouTube.
Can they review us on there?
Yes, they can. Actually, they can.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, cool, great. We don't listen to the podcast. I don't know why. I don't know why I had to say that, but you can listen to us there. We still have the YouTube thing going. Eventually, we'll do video once we figure out who's going to get the iPhone 14. Did you see that?
No.
Dude, it looks nothing.
I can give two shits about the iPhone.
Of course not, because all you get is fucking T-Mobile phones. You never get anything that's
as long as the shit works, I'm good. Okay, I don't need a fancy fucking phone to see videos on.
Your phone is slow as shit, though. Doesn't that bother you?
Says the guy who doesn't have a 5G phone.
5G my ass. You're always asking me for fucking like, oh, can you check this? My phone is slow. And we're in a perfectly fine.
No, we're not.
Probably in the 5G area, and you don't want to. So welcome to Two Brothers. We've been really great listening to. Listening to who? No one has said much about our.
What the hell are you talking about?
I was about to say something. Look, guys. Thank you for listening, and we hope you're enjoying the podcast so far.
So the podcast is over, because they usually say these things at the end of the podcast.
I just want to thank our listeners for listening, you know?
Oh, I always do it at the end, so.
You also always try to fucking end it in the middle of the podcast, too, which irritates me. Anyway, what's on your mind, man? So what games have you been... You finished The Quarry.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think of that? You finally finished it. Has your opinion changed since playing it?
What did I say last time?
You said it was fucking cheesy as shit, which I finally saw you play, and Dashi and Corey on YouTube play it, and yeah, you're right. I didn't believe it until I saw it. Like, it's very corny.
Well, besides the corniness, it gets a very good like midpoint of the game. I give it that, but besides that, I kind of agreed with IGN's reviews. Like more of a.
Was it like more of a? What do you like? What thriller?
Fuck, not like as a game. It doesn't give you more like you don't play the game. Essentially, if that makes sense, it's all mostly fucking.
Quick times.
But
isn't that how it is or are you talking about you don't interact with much? Or
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You don't really do much of that. So it's more hand holding then.
Yes, and that's why I like more Until Dawn, because that was more like
you get to like free roam a little bit. You get to look at stuff. I get that. Okay, is that how the other ones are? The dark.
I prefer the dark pictures and the big quarry one. If that helps.
Well,
like okay, I think what was that? The something of shit, I forgot that titles. Any of the Metal of Something, I think it's called. The very first one from Dark Pictures. That one was all right.
Something Medan or something?
Medan, yeah. That one was all right.
Mm-hmm.
I think the second one was called Little Hope.
Mm-hmm.
and I like that one better than the Quarry.
Out of all of them that they put out,
Mm-hmm.
what's been your favorite?
Until Dawn.
Really?
Yeah.
Nothing beats it, huh?
Nope.
When was the last time you played it though?
Maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Do you have any like curiosity to go back to it and play it again after playing the Quarry, or not really?
No, yeah, I want to.
Okay.
I might play it because the Halloween season might show up.
Might show up.
Yeah.
The fuck are you? That's a very. What are you saying? The world's gonna end?
It's gonna end
before fucking Halloween shows up.
Yeah, because the monkeypox is out there,
You're
guys.
You're just
It's
a
out
very
there.
depressed person right now. You just don't have a positive outlook on life, man. The world's not gonna
if
end.
you guys are interested, I would say, wait for a price drop, then get it. You know. But besides that, it was alright. I didn't really liked it as much as Until Dawn, but it's
Damn,
still
man.
good.
I don't know. It seems like you're kind of not like you weren't a fan of it. Why would you say it's good?
Because in the midpoint of the game, you get hooked. You're intrigued. You want to see what's going on.
Right. Yeah.
Get the bottom of the of the story.
Okay. Well, I mean, there are still plenty of other horror games out there for Halloween. So, I mean, the Quarry's just tip of the iceberg.
All right.
Are you going to play Visage?
No, that's too scary.
All right. Well, dude, what's your problem with those kinds of games?
I don't like those type of games.
Horror games.
Like Visage, essentially. Like those types, if that makes sense.
So they kind of like Outlast, shit like that?
Yeah, I can't do Outlast. I don't like I don't like the word is intensity of the game. Like,
How intense it can get.
Yeah, I don't like it.
So then, what's the sweet spot for like horror
That's a good
games?
question.
You know, because like I can. It's weird because when I played Visage, you know me, and you can listen to the episode where we talk about Visage. I think it was our Halloween episode last year.
Yeah.
I had to pause it like a shit ton of times throughout my playthrough, but I got through it. You know, I can muster the confidence, you know, the courage to play through it. But I'm surprised that you can't even play through that.
I don't like how, for example, like Outlast 2, the only reason I couldn't beat it is I don't like how they chase you and you have like a short time to like hide and do all that crazy shit. I don't like that.
It's just stressful.
It's stressful for me.
I
It's
mean,
not
yeah,
because I'm
yeah.
I'm scared. It just gets me intense. Like it gets.
I feel like that's the point. You know, that's the
I
point of those
get
games.
it, yeah. But the sweet spot is I don't know. Like you're right. Like
Is it just like survival horror? Like a little bit of like a mix of action? Like you want to fight back? Is that the thing?
I think so because I'm like Silent Hill. I can I can do that. Resident Evil. What else? I don't know. Like
Well, it's like Fatal Frame is sort of.
see,
You don't really fight back in those. You just take pictures and they just go away.
See that one I could muster and play that shit. You know, that shit was scary too. But it's probably like you're right. Like, you get to fight back. I guess you're right.
Okay.
And that one I don't like when you just have to run away and I don't know.
I mean, look. To be fair, I also kind of like those games. Obviously, like we both we dedicated a whole episode to Resident Evil and survival horror. But I think the reason why I like those games like Visage or Outlast is the atmosphere, man. That's what you're really playing for. You don't really play it for like any of the gameplay mechanics because there's not really that much to begin with. But if the story's intriguing, which like with Visage it is, or if it's something like Outlast, you muster through it because it's dripping with fucking atmosphere.
Yeah.
Man. You know? But
to each his own.
what's been the scariest game that you've played recently, not of all time? Because I know of all time there's too many.
Nothing yet.
Really? Nothing comes to mind like in
Recently, no.
Did Village scare you at all?
The beginning, kinda.
With the werewolves and shit?
Yeah, but when Ethan gets like not kidnapped. He's taken by like Chris, and they crash. Remember, you go in that night.
Oh, it's like the very beginning.
Yeah, like that. That was kind of scary for me.
What about with that fucking mansion that you go to, the little house? Not the little house, the fucking house in the middle of the game. Come on, it's the one fucking like sequence where it turns into a horror game.
Oh, that one. Yeah, the first time, that one gets intense.
It gets repetitive after like subsequent playthroughs. It just kind of loses its.
Yeah, that's right. That's why after you played after the first time, you're like, okay, I don't want to do this again because it's kind of tedious because you gotta wait, you gotta do this, and you gotta wait till the fucking baby gets out the stuff like that. But the first couple of times, then after that, it just loses the scariness, if that makes sense. What about you? Did that scare you? Were you there when I first?
No, you told me about it. You told me like to be ready for that part.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty creepy. It was different because Resident Evil was not known for that kind of shit. Like to have horror gangs like that. I don't think it really scared me because like when you play Resident Evil 4, it prepares you for pretty much anything that comes after it, including Village. I was just more surprised that it went back to the roots, of like Resident Evil 4. I was definitely freaked out when that huge ass werewolf thing starts to stalk the beginning areas of the game, like that first area. You know what I'm talking about, dude? That's an intense fight, and you're not ready for it until you have, the right fucking guns. Yeah, I feel like that's like. It's like a running thing with Resident Evil games. It's like there's always that one section that fucking bogs down the rest of the game. Like 8 is House of the fuck her name is?
The House of Winnebago.
God, that's not what it's called. But that part, or even the factory is kind of a little bit.
That section too. Is,
Resident Evil 4 is when you reach the island. That starts to and it's like same thing with Resident Evil 5 when you reach the not the marshlands, but it's like after that too. It's like any fucking section that ends up becoming like a factory in Resident Evil games.
Yeah, it's like
it just starts to kind of lose its luster a little bit. I'm not saying anything bad about the Resident Evil games. I'm saying that every one of them has it.
There's people that might agree with that. So
but it's like there's some that don't have that. Like Remake, everything, every section of that game is fucking good.
Which remake? There's a lot of remakes.
The first one, the first remake.
Oh, Resident Evil?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you name a section in that game that's like boring? You can't, right?
No, it's true. No. You're right.
Even the like Resident Evil 2 original, not the remake. There's nothing really wrong with that one. I feel like everything in that game is just
perfect.
Fucking perfection. Weirdly enough, with remake, I think before you reach Umbrella or the Nest Lab, I think it can kind of it's like a little bit of a downtime.
Yeah.
In that section when you reach the sewers and shit. God, I just wish they would have added more of the crocodile. Like I wish it was more of a fight with that one.
So you're saying it was kind of quick?
Oh, it was really quick. It was
so
like
it's
30 seconds.
So is the original?
No, yeah. Well, I thought they would expand it on it. What I'm saying, I wish there would have been like a boss fight.
It is a boss fight.
Is it really? In the remake?
To me, it is.
All you're doing is running. What are you doing?
You do run in the original too.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is not really a boss fight, is it?
Yeah. So why expand it like you were saying?
So it can be more of a boss fight. I don't think it's all you do is run away from it.
Again, it's going back to the original. You do the same thing.
Right. Well, I'm saying that they should have expanded on it. So
and like how? How?
I don't know. You fight it in like a little mini-sized arena or some shit.
No.
That's your answer? Is no? Whatever, man. I don't know. I still love Resident Evil games. It feels like I'm shitting on it, but I'm not.
Why do you think everything we bring up, we're shitting on it?
Because we're talking about all the sections of Resident Evil games that...
There's other people that might agree on it. Yeah, some people might say the Resident Evil 2 remake sucks. Are you gonna fucking say he's not entitled to his opinion?
Oh yeah.
So there you go then. Yeah. We're just saying it kills the game sometimes, those sections, and I agree.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So there you go.
All right.
You fucking ding dong.
All right, what do you have anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, I want to talk about something.
What is it?
Let's talk about... I don't know about this one.
No.
You goofy fuck. Okay, what... I don't know if we talked about this one the last time we did our podcast, but why The Last Man and Paper Girls cancellation. I want to say this. To me,
speak your mind. Dude. Go ahead.
To me, I feel Why the Last Man had a lot of potential. So did I don't know, but I feel like they had a potential there, and I feel that FX gave up on it because it took too long to get released, and it took forever to find someone like a director to, shoot the show.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't give it a chance. That's my whole thing about it. Like even with the Paper Girls, they didn't give it a chance. And we should have looked up her name. The showrunner of the show for Why the Last Man. She fought for it, to
I read the article,
like other streaming service to pick it up. And it sucked that no one did.
Yep.
And now that when you tell me Paper Girls was canceled, like what the fuck, man?
I was heartbroken. That we've only seen 3 episodes, I think, of Paper Girls, but it felt like, damn, this is like a very strong show. I didn't think Why the Last Man. I also didn't think they were going to cancel that, but I had a feeling like if it did, or I understood that.
Mm-hmm.
Paper Girls, for some reason, I was like, maybe this one's the one. And it didn't. It ended up getting canceled too, just like Cowboy Bebop, man.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, a lot of the fans kind of bashed it when it came out. Everyone was just talking about how it's like, oh, I don't think it's okay. Or some people hated it. Obviously, it's never going to live up to the anime. I think that was the problem, is that everyone was just... Even no matter how hard they tried to probably, like...
Yeah.
Put it aside and watch it for what it was. You can't help but compare it to the anime. And
what I hated is that once they heard that Cowboy Bebop got canceled,
a lot of people were like, "Why? They should have given it a chance."
Like, you fuckers didn't give it a chance. You fucking bashed it.
Yeah.
I bet before you saw an episode or finished the season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I liked the season. It was leading up to something, and they canceled it.
Yeah. Which sucks, man. You can tell that there was a labor of love,
like,
on that show.
Yeah.
Everyone was just on board with it. Everyone loved it, and of course, it wasn't going to appease all the fans. But for me personally, and this is something coming from someone who only seen, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 episodes of the anime. Maybe that's sacrilege. I should see the whole thing, but I enjoyed the live action.
To be honest, that was like one of my first introductions to like anime. It was on, I think it was on Adult Swim or like Tsunami. They would show it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would rent VHS videos on the library too. They would have them there.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, Cowboy Bebop has like, a little special place in my heart, because like that was my first introduction into anime.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot for a lot of people too, and it's God, the score is amazing too.
So I'm kind of happy that the intro for the show got nominated for an Emmy. Yeah, an Emmy. So hopefully it wins, and maybe the Netflix or
I don't know if Netflix is going to
some other streaming service picks it up, man.
I hope it's not the end. That hopefully it gets picked up somewhere along the line.
I hope all these shows that got canceled, dude. I see the potential in it, and it sucks. Like I was telling you,
it's just because it's saturated, man. There's so many shows that come out, and on Netflix, Hulu, HBO. It's kind of you're lucky if your show gets, picked up by fans. Fans who watch it. It's kind of what happened with Squid Game. It came out, and it didn't get no attention until a month after. Then people started watching it. It started getting traction. Now it's like the fucking most biggest thing on Netflix.
That's why I have a gripe.
A gripe with
like
Squid
shows. Yeah, no, not the Squid Game.
Oh, okay.
Just like people follow that trend. Like, oh, the people like yeah. For example, like Squid Games.
Mm-hmm.
People were like, oh, like well, we saw it on TikTok. People are talking about it. It's so great, and those people that are trying to find a show jump into that.
Mm-hmm. It's not a bad thing, you know, when
But
TikTok or
it's-
any like expose a good like a good show.
Not,
but
yeah, it's great, but I feel like that's like a fucking trend now.
I think it's always been a trend, dude.
But yeah, I guess but
You
more
know?
more so than now.
Yeah, definitely more so than now. But it's just it sucks, you know. Squid Games was lucky enough to get that attention from fans. You know, I wish Paper Girls would have
Like-
gotten the same kind of attention and
Like
love. you know?
where's the fucking love for? Well, especially your shows that you watched recently, like on Hulu. Where the fuck is the love for Shorzy?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's getting. Have you heard anything? Like if it's getting picked up for season 2?
I'm not sure, but
That one's a great fucking show. But
it is a great show. But it is a spin-off from Letterkenny. I think that's what the show
But
is. And I
still.
feel like people need to have watched it to watch Shorzy, but that doesn't mean like you can't just jump in. I jumped into Shorzy while I haven't seen any of the other shows, and it's fucking great on its own.
What is the bear?
Oh, the bear is being recognized for sure, dude.
Well,
I've
that's
seen
great.
a lot of people on social media talk about it. Like, it's getting a second season for sure. I don't know if it's confirmed or not. But
Oh,
they
like
have to.
Rami, another one I'm going to get into after I'm finished watching Hannibal.
Yep. Hannibal got canceled too, didn't it?
But it got picked up.
Or is it
No,
just
no,
them?
it got canceled. And like after it got canceled, Netflix not picked it up, but they put it on the streaming service, and that's where it got more traction.
Right.
And they haven't done anything. I read it, and like the showrunner, I guess, wants to do it into a movie, but I don't know. And going back to like those shows, like Why the Last Man and Paper Girl, to me, this is my opinion. You kind of spoke on it, and you said, "What's the point if it got canceled? Like, what's the whole point of like finishing it?"
Yeah.
Didn't we finish Cowboy Bebop after we heard it got canceled? We were like
Yeah.
midway, and we still
We were
continued?
midway through it and we finished it. And
Why not with those two? What's the difference between that?
I think it's just because Cowboy Bebop it intrigued me more. I was already kind of halfway through it, whereas Paper Girls, it just came out, man. It came out like a
August.
month and a half ago,
Yeah.
like not even that long ago. It feels like it was, and I think Cowboy Bebop. When did that get canceled? It was like what, 2 or 3 months after, or is it 2 months? I don't know.
Like a
but
month or two, yeah.
I don't know. I think Cowboy Bebop just spoke to me more than the Paper Girls initially. You know, all eyes were on that show, and Paper Girls just from the start when they were starting to show the trailers, and it was like all the ads. No one was talking about it. No one was like hyping it up. You know, it just sucks.
Like
And I don't
I
know.
thought it was going to get the attention like all the other shows did, like on TikTok, because people were, all throughout the summer was all about fucking Stranger Things, and Paper Girls have that little nostalgia feel to it too. It's like
Yeah, it takes place in the 80s too.
yeah,
And I
Yeah.
don't know, man. It's a bummer. It really is, because and it's happening to Brian K. Vaughan for fuck's sake. Like every show
he writes great shit, but
Yeah.
like his shows never seem to like.
if there's one thing to take away from this is just read Paper Girls, because
Yes.
it's still going. I believe.
No,
I
it's
don't-
done.
It's done.
It's done, like
It's so-
2 years ago.
Go
Over.
fucking read it, man. If you're one of those people who are sad that it ended,
Uh-huh.
go read the comic book. Same with Cowboy Bebop. Watch the anime. Read the manga. Is there a manga of Cowboy? There is, right?
I think
Yeah.
so. Dude, I'm kind of gonna be like worried if they fucking make Saga into a show, dude. Like,
Yeah.
knowing Brian K. Vaughan and his track record of shows, like, fuck, man.
But Saga's so good too, man. It's such a good fucking.
Just wait till someone pick. I think someone did, but wait until we hear it.
Right.
And I'm gonna be worried that it's gonna get canceled too.
Yeah, and then but on the opposite side of the spectrum, you have like The Boys, which honestly I didn't think was gonna make it past season 1 either. But it was just so fucking good. Same with Invincible. I don't think anyone realized Invincible was gonna be that fucking good.
I when they announced it, I'm like, what the fuck?
No one knew.
No one's gonna watch
the
this
only
shit.
thing people knew was that it was Robert Kirkman.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest, even us being comic book fans, I saw it on the racks before, like the graphic novels or for Invincible, but I didn't know anything about it, as I'm sure no one else did. So I was like, this shit's gonna flop really hard, and it didn't.
Just those true fans knew about it. Like, oh shit, this is gonna be great.
Yeah.
What do you think? What is it? Is it? It didn't get no like
engagement.
Yeah, from like fans or people like for Why the Last Man and all that, dude. To me, out of those two shows, I was really looking forward for like Why the Last Man.
Me too. No, me too.
Dude, when I heard
it has
that,
such a great fucking concept, Not
only that, like watching it on television, like finally through all these years, all these fucking like rumors that it's coming out this year. Wait, it's coming out next year. Like, to me, it felt so sudden. Like, okay, it's coming on FX on September. I'm like, fuck, dude, this is great. This is really happening.
Yeah.
Because when we first started our like comic book collection and all that, and getting into comics, we would look up into like top 10 graphic novels or top 10 comic books to read. And out of those lists, Why the Last Man was always at least top 5 or number 1 out of that. Yeah, it's kind of weird that
it just they didn't get renewed or anything.
What do you think? Was it too late? Because this shit was like early 2000s, the 2010s.
Maybe because it was in production hell for so long. Or development hell. Development hell. You got shows like Stranger Things, where when they release a season, it's boom, all the episodes. And I think people tend to gravitate towards that if they can get that whole season? Show. There's exceptions to that. You got like The Boys, which drops every week, and the same with like Disney Plus shows and shit like that. But still, I think what people gravitate towards more is just watching it all in one sitting. Everything just drops like that. And Why the Last Man and Paper Girls, you get like 2 or 3 episodes. You have to wait.
You think that's how they released Why the Last Man, like weekly?
Episodic or weekly? Maybe.
I think they did.
I think overall it's just engagement, man. I don't think a lot of people watched it. You could say that, like, because there was, like, people were saying that, okay, Stranger Things is over, people are going to want more. So Paper Girls is, like, the perfect, like, answer to that, But I don't think people realized that people were going to come off a bit of a high from Stranger Things that they needed to come down from. And they probably didn't want to watch anything else that was, like, close to that. I think, this is just my prediction, maybe we'll get attention in a few months. Maybe more people are going to be, oh, what's this Paper Girls thing? I heard there's one person on TikTok say it was like Stranger Things. It's time to watch it. And then by that point, it's too late. It's already canceled.
Yeah. But by doing that, like maybe Netflix or something like that, or Amazon again, here's this, okay, let's give it another shot. Like I was telling you earlier today, like with Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai. The same thing. I think YouTube
Red.
Not gave up, or I think they canceled it. And
I think YouTube Red was just done, like themselves.
I think you're right. I don't know. I don't know if the whole thing, but
with it, I think
Netflix picked up the rights and gave it a shot. You know.
Well, it's because a lot of people it resonated with a lot of people too. You know.
Yeah,
I think that was one of the things too, and it was just.
And look how big it is now. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody fucking is like fell in love with Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Because Netflix gave it that shot. Okay, let's
revive
it again.
Let's continue it. Pick it up where they left off. Yeah, man. I don't know, because then you have things like Dexter, where it ended, but then it got revived again for another season, like a final, really final season. You have to wonder if that's gonna happen to shows like Paper Girls or, you know, Why the Last Man. But I don't know. It sucks. We're living in a time where everything's being canceled left and right.
Isn't that how it works though? Like even with Evil Dead Ash versus the Evil Dead, it first premiered in Showtime.
Yeah, it also it has to do with that too.
Like, and people weren't like
digging it.
Yeah, they're like,
or they just didn't know where to find it too.
That's what
that's Bruce Campbell said. I was like, what the fuck is Stars?
And then once they got into Netflix, they said that's when people got it. Started watching it more.
Yep. That could be it too.
Same with Hannibal too. Like, once it got released on Netflix, people started watching it. So
I don't know, man. Yeah. The ball's in their court is all I'm gonna say. When it comes to Amazon Prime, when it comes to Hulu and Why Last Man and Paper Girls, I don't know if they're gonna bring it back, if they ever will at some point. But it's up to the people who, like, maybe they'll end up discovering it. And they'll watch it, and maybe fucking Amazon will be like, all right, we made a bad choice here. Let's bring it back for another season.
You know what's another one that I was kind of surprised that it maybe will get canceled after one season, and where it's on our list to watch still is
Nun Warrior or something.
Nun Warrior,
yeah, that's a good one too.
So to me too was like Lock and Key, that's doing great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about October. Faction, I think it's another comic book on Netflix.
What was that other one called? Jupiter's Legacy. They got canceled after one fucking season.
Was it Jupiter's Legacy?
I think it was, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
they got like canceled midway through its season. It's happened a lot. Swamp Thing was really good. Everyone was saying how good that was, and it got canceled.
It got canceled on the premiere of when it got released.
That's so fucking dumb, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
And I thought fucking out of all of them that got announced from that DC fucking shows was Teen Titans. I thought that one was going to get canceled.
Everyone fucking hate it, but now everyone kind of likes it, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's so weird how that shit works. One thing's for sure, dude, Gotham Knights looks fucking terrible. No, the show, not the game.
I haven't heard anything. But
me neither.
I don't know if it got canceled or still...
I think it got pushed is what happened.
Oh.
I think it just got delayed. I don't know if it... indefinitely, or if it has another date.
You know, well, another thing that kind of pisses me off with like that, like with like Gotham Knights, the show, and people are in like the people working on it is like, we get bad reception, but let's still do it, guys.
Yeah,
is the same. Another one is they're doing a live action Powerpuff Girls, and they did a pilot, and fucking
they didn't turn out well, did it?
The people working on it,
I think what they did is they scrapped it and they're doing it again.
Did it again. Like, are you fucking serious? And you fuckers didn't give it a chance or another season with Constantine or fucking Swamp Thing, but you're still giving it a shot with fucking Powerpuff Girls.
It's leaked that it's bad and everything. Yeah. I don't know, man. Because you have to feel bad for the people working on those shows that are like, the costume designers or like just the regular like production crew who put time into this shit. Like, even if they probably don't agree, maybe they don't like it, I don't know. They work hard on this shit too, and that's why I feel bad for Paper Girls, because the actors, the production crew, they all really poured their heart and soul into it, like Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, and that, the showrunner, the director who I think there were different women that directed each episode on Why the Last Man. Yeah,
that's cool, man.
But she fought for it.
Yeah,
she didn't give up on the fucking show.
Yeah,
but no one wanted to pick it up. You know,
it's
like
unfortunate,
you're right.
Yeah. And we don't know the whole story, but you have to believe it's because this just didn't get enough eyeballs on it. You know, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just how it is. You know, the thing about Gotham Knights is
The show?
yeah, how bad it's been getting a lot of fucking heat is like the game developers for Gotham Knights had to say, look, we don't have anything to do with the fucking show.
Yeah.
We have our own thing that's called Gotham Knights. They have their show called Gotham Knights, but we have our own fucking thing. You have to really fuck up a TV show or any sort of thing to have the people who are making the game or whatever say, like, distance themselves from that. I remember that happened with Doom. That Doom Annihilation one, remember that? It's like,
Oh yeah.
not the original one, the other one that came out. Id Software had to come out and say, like, we have no involvement in Doom Annihilation, so and that was it. You know, they had to distance themselves from that because that movie was fucking garbage, man.
Dude, it's like a running gag now that like everybody like compares other shows that have like shitty production and I don't know how to
Like
frame
quality
it or whatever. It's like a CW show now.
Yeah.
That's how fucking terrible these CW.
It's weird that people say that because, like, the first 3 seasons of Arrow were fucking awesome, man.
Dude, yeah,
That was a great. That was prime CW show, man.
it is true. Yeah, only the 3 seasons. That's
Only
it.
the 3 seasons. 4. I think we saw the 4th
Ain't that
season.
with the Ra's al Ghul? I think yeah.
Yeah,
fourth
and we saw the 4th season. Like, okay,
yeah, it's
we're-
now it's
yeah, but the first 3 seasons were fucking great.
like with Flash too.
Yeah,
The first couple seasons were great.
and then it turns out that they never, like, CW just don't have no fucking money. It's like, so how are you making these shows? What the how is this fucking happening? But you know, you have to feel bad too, because like now it's being a lot of shows that are bad are being compared to CW shows. You have to
Yeah.
feel bad for the CW shows.
Yeah.
You know, like Supergirl or the later seasons of The Flash, which I feel like that. What season are they on? Fucking 9 or 10?
9 and 10. Yep. I don't know, dude.
Just got way out of hand.
They just they don't know when to fucking stop. That's the thing.
No, they don't, because then they got Legends of Tomorrow is on whatever fucking season they're on.
They out of those shows too. That show is gonna get canceled.
Yeah, but they canceled Constantine. Like, come on, man. Constantine.
they
And
had
I
to-
know he's in Legends of Tomorrow.
But they had
or whatever,
you had to fucking put him in that shit.
yeah.
I'm not gonna watch Legends tomorrow just to watch
Or
Constantine.
fucking Naomi too. That show only lasted 1 season, and I don't think anyone saw it. Let's be honest.
Didn't it get renewed though?
No, it got canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me check. I don't want to.
Yeah, check. I think that one
I'm
got,
sh-
even though it got probably bad reviews or stuff like that. I heard it got renewed. I don't know.
I think it got
It's
canceled.
fucking hard to keep up with this shit.
Dude, CW and DC, they keep fucking pumping out shows. God, you keep making noise with that microphone.
Check.
They will not be back for a second season. This was as of May 12th of this year. So,
Well, is it? Does it say why?
no. No, I don't think so.
You think it? Okay. Do you think like Naomi, was that too soon, or they should have waited?
No, I
or-
don't. I just.
or
It's
is
just
it
how
because
they
that's
approached
CW?
it. You know,
Oh, okay.
it's CW too. I think it has to do with that too. And I don't think, for as interesting of a character she is, that's as far as it goes. She's just interesting character, like an interesting character. She doesn't have any. Because does she have her own fucking solo series right now? Is she a huge component of the DC universe? And she's not.
Yeah.
Which sucks because they really hyped up her character to be very important
You're
in DC
right.
Comics, and now she's she's on the back burner now, you know? Which, I mean, I don't know, dude. It's they really gotta slow down with how they're making these shows, you know?
Mhm.
Umbrella Academy is like one of those shows, it's gonna end, I think, after the next season.
Uh-huh.
And it did really fucking well. Every season is good, from what I hear. It's like, it's really
Uh-huh.
good. And that's one of those very few exceptions of a show that's based off a comic book that you know not a lot of people knew about, like the casual fans knew about. And it was kind of in the same position as Naomi, where it's like, oh, it's an interesting cast of characters. They have its own comic book, just like Naomi did. But for some reason, I think it's like the vision behind it and the people working on it. It just does. Sometimes it just doesn't translate well, man. You know, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't think Paper Girls is gonna get revived anytime soon. I just hope it doesn't happen in the future. You know, because you hear about like Department of Truth that also got optioned. I know for a fact because I've been listening to Scott Snyder's classes that it's getting closer and closer to it being produced to a TV show.
The Department of Truth?
No, Witches. Sorry, I didn't mention it. Witches.
Oh, so that's going to be a show?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a movie. Okay.
Yeah, it's a TV show, and I'm concerned.
Albert.
No, not because it's going to be bad, but what if it gets fucking canceled again?
Oh.
You know, what if it doesn't get the lucky pick of the draw, you know, and the fans fucking watch it and they love it. You know, because that's just how it goes. So, I don't know, man. I'm looking for, if it ever turns into a TV show, I know Witches is going to be good. I just hope it's, maybe they should just do it a miniseries now, where it has a finite end. You know, like or you know, something that's like a definitive end.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they do Paper Girls, it's a miniseries. It's 18 episodes and it ends. We're not worried about a second season because it's going to end by episode 18.
That is true.
You know, or Why the Last Man? Like we're not going for 2 seasons, but this first season is gonna, or this only season is gonna be 20 episodes.
Well, how would that work though? Like Why the Last Man has a, let's say,
I don't know,
has like 60 issues as the comic book. How are they gonna translate that into 20 or 12? You know?
Yeah, see, that's the problem. I don't know.
Right?
I don't know, but I feel like maybe they should start doing that and to not get fucking people's hopes up, you know, or just not fucking cancel it. Give it. Maybe it's like, oh, we'll make sure the show gets 2 seasons guaranteed, but we can pull the cord any time. But for sure, if it doesn't do good by the end of season 2, we're definitely counting it. Like maybe they could do something like that. You know, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah,
it just sucks, dude. But
it's been 2 brothers.
We're not done. See, this is what I was talking about in the beginning of the episode, dude. You always like to end shit in the middle, and it just like kills my vibe. Because then I don't know what the fuck, like, what was I gonna talk about?
Well, what were you gonna talk about?
I don't know now.
Oh, shut up! Like you forgot.
God, all right. Here, I got it.
We're still talking about. We were talking about shows.
No, because we're done. We're past that.
Okay.
So now I know what to talk about.
Okay.
We ended the last episode talking about, and you didn't answer it. What's your favorite Dairy Queen ice cream flavor?
Oh my god.
What's your favorite? Do you only ever get Blizzards at Dairy Queen?
Yeah.
You don't fuck with anything else?
Not really.
I used to fuck with the Mulattes. That shit was good.
They're not the same anymore. I don't know. Last time I got it was too
sweet.
Not sweet. I got I think it was mocha. It was too mocha-y.
What is mocha? Is it just chocolate?
I think so. I don't know.
Wow, man, I feel like a moron now asking that question.
Well, what's your favorite? DQ.
Disqualification finish?
Yeah.
In wrestling?
Yeah. Oh, shut up. Dairy Queen, dickhead.
No, I like the... What, are we really talking about Dairy Queen?
And you brought it up, dumbass.
I'm sorry that I brought that up.
How about we talk about, we just finished watching Cobra Kai.
Yeah, man, that's a good show. If no one's watched it, go watch it, because there was a point when I was watching this season, I was like, maybe I'll just post it like a little mini review on our channel, but fuck it, we're here, we're talking about it.
Still do it. I don't care. That is still...
Look, spoilers we're going to spoil it. So if you haven't seen it,
oh my God,
this is your last chance, okay? All right. Look, dude, season 5 was great. I fucking love how how they equally divided the time between each characters. Well, I mean, not the more important characters. I mean,
Okay.
some got sidelined. I feel like John Kreese was definitely he had his own little storyline, but it was kind of, he was in the background for sure. A lot of focus was, and I'm glad there was a lot of focus on Chosen in this season for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And it always with these seasons, the last 3 episodes are the most fucking intense.
That is true.
For sure. Once you hit episode 8, you're not gonna stop until you finish it. You can probably watch episode 1 and 2 of whatever season you're on, and be like, all right, I can probably hop off for a little bit. But once you reach episode 8,
on any of those seasons,
you're glued to the fucking seat.
Yeah.
And this was no different. What do you think?
I want more.
That's what everyone always wants, and that's like, there's very few shows nowadays where you watch it and you're just like, dude, just give me more.
Yeah.
Just give me what do I have to do? Just give me all of it.
Like Dave Bautista.
Give me what I want.
Yeah.
That's not what I want. And then it's fucking Paper Girls.
Well, okay. The way they with the trailer for this season 5 was like, it kind of felt like Johnny was gonna be in Mexico for a while, but that was only like 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Didn't see why the fuck was that the whole point. Like, well, why was it there? Why?
Yeah, there are a lot of storylines that are like kind of just quickly tied up.
Yeah.
In this season that you don't really get, like, it didn't really go anywhere. For a second there, it felt like the whole Chosen thing was not going anywhere because, like, he's returning back home, and but then by the end of it, Daniel gets his ass kicked by fucking Silver, and then it's like he's back now, and man, it's just. And one thing I thought was gonna be like there was gonna be a lot more tension was when Johnny said that he was having a kid, and I thought Miguel was gonna get pissed at him for some reason, or like he was gonna react negatively, but like, no, we're all happy for you. I was like, damn, they're way too cheery about that shit. Does no one have any questions? Miguel, like, all right, it's fine.
Yeah.
Or how Robbie and Miguel just make up after a while.
That's all it took was to fight,
which makes sense, I guess. But yeah,
I don't know.
But that's what you once you bite the cheese, man, you're like, I'm in it. I don't care how fucking cheesy it gets.
I know. That's the good type of cheese.
It is the good type of cheese. It's the kind of cheese that makes you want to keep, watching it.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a little smelly, the cheese, but it's gonna taste good.
Yeah.
Like, you would know. You never.
I like that episode where they're fighting over a fucking water park. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah, and last season was like a fucking at a party. Like at a Chuck E. Cheese or some shit. the season before
this is my Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, the season before that was like fucking someone's hogging the GameCube and shit. And then they start fucking. This next season is gonna be like fucking. They're gonna be at a Whole Foods and like.
This is my Whole Foods.
This is my bag of pistachios, and they start fighting. Or they're gonna be at a movie theater.
Yeah, like those.
Every season has that fucking episode. I was like, well, we'll race you for it. Fucking foot race, and then they start foot racing, but you that's the cheese, man.
Yeah, but like they're in fucking high school. Like I don't think kids do that these days.
They don't race at water parks.
Yeah.
They don't fucking fight at Chuck E. Cheese anymore. No, they don't, man. But what would make more sense? Fighting at a Starbucks, or someone cuts in line. They got the last fucking pumpkin spice latte and they start fighting over it. Or they're in line and get tickets for the new Marvel movie.
Yeah. So, I was here first.
Oh, but I fucking pre-ordered them, and then they start.
Yeah.
And then someone's holding the phone and they're about to place the order for the tickets.
You know what I liked was Johnny, his little story.
His little side thing is working for
like Uber.
Yeah, it was like, hurry up, I gotta pick up some guy named Jimmy John. Like, that's pretty funny.
And like he trying to be like more tech savvy and shit.
And he's not. Yeah. But that's, I don't know, I like that too.
Yeah.
He's out of touch, but it's like, it's funny. Because he has good intentions, he's well intentioned, but he just doesn't fucking get it. Or like those that, when, what's his name? The geeky kid. Forget his name.
I don't know. It kind of looks like my friend Josh.
Oh, come on. Well, anyways, he like goes into his apartment to get to show him to sell him the phone, and he calls him a fucking a nerd or like whatever you identify as. That's what he tells him. I don't know. It just those little moments with Johnny's just pretty funny to see. It's like a little cringy, but also funny. You know.
Well, no, I don't say cringe. That's his character.
Yeah, that is.
You get to, you're already used to that with
Mm-hmm.
Johnny, you know.
I don't know. It feels like a lot of the fights in these seasons, they all happen from just misunderstandings, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Someone misses somebody, or someone like at the just before they start kicking ass, like you had vital information, and then they are, and then they don't make up until afterward when they realize they fucked up. Like that's what happens in every one of these fucking seasons.
Yeah.
It's just miscommunication is all it is.
Yeah.
If everyone just chill out. Man.
You think at this point the kids would fucking
learn, right?
but they're like,
what
are you doing, Cobra Kai?
Yeah. Or like when Sam was like crying, and then Tori and she just immediately went in a fight stance. Like, dude, chill. Like, let her fucking. She's about to talk. So you want to race for it at the water park? You're like, oh, here we go again, or some shit like that. Like they can never have cool heads. They're just always having to fight for the littlest things. But that's what makes it great too.
You don't think they smelled the Jello when they were taking him to the doctor?
You think they'd notice him walking in a fucking lab coat or whatever, the doctor's doctor coat, whatever the fuck. But no, they just walked past him, Or like when Daniel was asking to get a ride from that one guy, and then all of a sudden fucking 3 guys just come out of the truck.
Yeah, that was like...
Everyone is spoiling for a fight in the show, dude. Everyone.
But it was great. I liked it.
No, it was great. I enjoyed it. I can't wait for season 6. Yeah, season 6.
I'm telling you now, it might come out in spring.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It comes out in May, I said.
Yeah.
We'll probably get a trailer in December or something, because I was very surprised because we had finished season 4 this year, and we just got season 5.
Keep doing it. Way.
Keep going, dude. if they can make this shit happen for fucking years and years, I'd be down for it.
What do you mean, Cobra Kai?
Yeah, even they said like if we still get the opportunity to keep making the show, we'll keep going.
Them as kids and shit, or when they're grown up?
Even when they're grown up.
Because I don't see the kid fucking. I don't see Miguel with fucking a beard and shit.
Still in high school.
Hey guys,
it's senior year. Let's go to the water park, the annual water park race. I don't know, man, but this is a good season. If you guys haven't seen it yet, watch it, man. Yeah. I watched it just on a whim one Sunday, and I have not stopped.
I mean, either you got me into the show.
You just started watching it like those fucking dads who like stand by like in the fucking corner in the living room and they're watching whatever their fucking kids are. Like, that was you. At
first, I saw you watching like, you fucking dork. Then I came
and then
back,
you became a fucking dork.
Well, then I came back and you're watching that episode where Miguel falls into the
in the school
fight
on the guardrail,
and that got me hooked on.
Catch me up. What's going on?
Edgar, you got to see the first season.
You got to see the part when they race in the fucking theater aisles and
dick.
But it's right. It hooks you in.
Yeah.
Our friend Maurice, once we bring him in, we'll have him give his take on the water park race. And that's it. That's the only thing he's going to allow to talk about.
Oh, yeah, Maurice. You only can talk about that scene, dude.
That's it. Also, tell us how the game is, because there's a sequel now.
Are you going to get it? Does it look good?
I didn't even see the trailer. I didn't even know it existed. Yeah, but there's a trailer.
We should see the trailer.
Yeah. And I never played the first one. I know it's not great. So I'm surprised that they're making a fucking sequel to it.
I don't know. I think you were there. Went to a GameStop. I think we were in line. Or I think we were next to the pub. It's one of those two. And there was this guy, and he was talking to an employee. He's like, "Is this game good? Any good?"
Was it
Cobra Kai?
Cobra Kai?
Oh, dude, are you fucking serious?
Right.
You gonna steep that low? And
Is Party Squad a good game? And it's like, what the fuck? Is Bubsy? Is this a good?
Right?
Is this a good game?
Like, no, dude. Why?
Yeah. Or like that one guy that we went to that Game Force. What is it, that Docs? And it was like, Demon Souls is trash. I'm like, you're fucking trash, dude.
Yeah.
You're probably trash at that game, man. Come on. Fucking, you gotta give it a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The real Cobra Kai game, though, is Sifu. If you want to play a good fucking...
There you go, yeah.
Play that shit. It's difficult as fuck. I think Maurice even asked me this year when I was playing it. And I told him, like, it's great, but it is fucking hard.
Didn't you say they added in difficulty?
Now it's easier for sure.
Yeah.
Because there's an easy mode now, and it extends your fucking life bar. So it is, like, probably twice as long. Yeah, or not, like, the health bar is twice as long. It doesn't take as much health, and I don't know how it works, but sometimes you can get your health back. And you only age once every time you die. It's not multiplied anymore if you play it on easy. So it's very, like, you gotta really suck to be a fucking age 70 now, you know? But I feel like the way to experience it is playing it on its original difficulty, you know?
Do they still have it, do you think?
What?
Like the original difficulty?
It's there. Yeah,
okay,
for sure.
cool.
So, I mean, but if you want to play it on easy, or you can play it on hard, which is like, I think if you get touched once, dude, you're done. I don't think I'll ever try that. Because it was difficult already to fucking play it on medium. Or
whatever
difficulty
was, yeah.
You know? But if you want to play a Cobra Kai game, Sifu's the way to go, man. That game is so fucking good. If you guys want to listen to the review from that, it's episode 39. You listen to that, yeah.
Liar.
And we review it.
You're lying. It's not 39.
Do you upload the podcast then? Do you do it? That's my thought. Okay? And it's still one of my favorite games of this year, dude. I played that shit religiously. Just like Elden Ring.
Yeah?
Yep. Now I think God of War, honestly, is like the only one that's left.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because Call of Duty, like, I'm going to get it. I don't want to play for the campaign. I feel like I'm still one of the only people who play it.
For the campaign?
For the campaign. And same like with Halo. Ugh. Don't get me started on Halo, man.
What do you mean? You reviewed it. Didn't you?
I don't think we did.
Let's do it right now. What do you think?
No, I'm not. We're not going to review Halo Infinite.
Why?
Because, I don't know.
Fuck you. You were so into it when it came out. Yeah. Now you're fucking shitting on it, huh?
What?
You fucking ass kisser. You were saying, oh, I can't wait. This is the best multiplayer. It's better than Call of Duty. And wasn't that true?
Did I say that?
Yeah.
I don't know if I said that.
Yeah, when it first released.
On the podcast?
Maybe. People look for it. You told me. You're a dumbass. Did you bought the season pass and you never, ever...
Battle Pass came for the first season. It's still there, by the way. Like, it doesn't go away.
Yeah. I think now we're eating our own words because we said it was going to be the thing to...
Well, there's a lot of things that we've said and then we fucked up on we're not going to get into in this episode. Okay? At a later date, we'll bring that up.
Hey, no later dates.
Oh, because fucking the Halloween might come. If the Halloween season shows up before we whisked away in the fucking rapture.
Yeah.
We're ending it on a bad note now, man.
Well, how do you want to end it? If you bring up food one more time.
No, I'm not going to bring... No.
Because look how fucking that shit was killed real quick. With the dumbass Dairy Queen question.
Okay, look. Here's how I'm going to end it, okay? I'm going to propose a question to you.
If it's food.
It's not food, okay? Between the two of us, who would win in a water park race?
Oh, for fuck.
In a water